This is a very important message for you today. Do not ignore it. Pay attention to this message. Archangel Michael crying loudly because you always skip him. This is not a joke. You will never be the same after knowing what this person confess. Open it immediately. There are moments in time when silence breaks open into rivers of revelation, and this is one of them. There are words that arrive not from the mouths of men but from the breath of eternity itself, and those words are reaching for you right now. Something ancient and divine has placed its eyes upon your soul and is calling out across the invisible, through time, through tears, through the burning ache of unanswered prayers. This moment is not like others. This hour is trembling with a truth that has waited long to find your heart. Archangel Michael is crying loudly, because he remembers the time you used to kneel beside your bed and whisper the truth of your heart to the heavens, but now you barely listen. He watches you scroll past signs that were meant to shake you awake. He sees you ignore the small flames of divine hints lighting up your path. He is crying not because you are lost but because he sees how close you are to something miraculous, and still you turn away. There is someone who has spoken about you. Someone who thought of you in the middle of a dark night, and tears rolled down their cheeks because they believed they lost you forever. They went to sleep hoping that maybe, just maybe, the sky would send them one last chance. They whispered your name into the silence of their soul, and the stars themselves held their breath. What they confessed was not small. It was not empty. It was not casual. It was the kind of confession that could change the entire path of your future. And this is not a fantasy. This is a very important message for you today. Do not ignore it. The veil between the divine and the natural has grown thin, and the voices of heavenly truth are breaking through. You have felt it. That restlessness in your chest. That strange moment where everything feels paused. You look at your hands and feel like there's more they're supposed to be doing. You stare at the walls and wonder if they've been hiding something from you. You feel like you're standing in the middle of a story that hasn't been fully told, and you're right. Archangel Michael has seen the threads that were spun before you were born, golden lines tying your name to purposes you have yet to see. You were not made for mediocrity. You were not shaped to survive. You were formed to awaken others by the fire in your voice, by the light in your presence, by the authority of your compassion. But something has been blocking you. Something quiet. Something subtle. A shadow pretending to be truth. A lie that sounded almost right. You've been listening to the wrong frequency. This is not a joke. You will never be the same after knowing what this person confess. Open it immediately. They said your name. They looked into a blank sky and said it aloud, like it was the only truth that remained. They held your name like it was a fragile miracle. And then they told the truth, the kind of truth they had never spoken before. They admitted what they felt, what they lost, what they dreamed. And it was all about you. They cried. Their soul shook. Their confession wasn't rehearsed, it was ripped from a heart that had been bleeding in silence. They never told anyone else. But heaven heard it. And heaven responded. Now, the timing has come. The season has shifted. The doors that were sealed are beginning to move. Archangel Michael is crying loudly not because he doubts you, but because he knows what's at stake if you continue to ignore the voice that is chasing you. You were born to carry revelation, to shake atmospheres, to carry the oil of restoration to places left in ruins. But the time is urgent now. Your delay is not innocent anymore. Your silence is not safe. There are people who have been watching you, not with suspicion but with hope. They've been praying for you without knowing your name. They've seen glimmers of your presence in dreams. You've been someone's vision of healing. You've been someone's answered prayer in waiting. And you've been carrying pain that doesn't belong to you. But it's time to let it go. You thought the pain made you wise. You thought the numbness made you safe. You thought pushing everyone away would protect the sacredness within you, but all it did was isolate the fire that was meant to consume the darkness around you. You've been waiting for someone to see you without you having to explain everything. You've been waiting for a sign that feels too precise to be a coincidence. This is that sign. This is a very important message for you today, do not ignore it. There was a moment, not long ago, where your name was brought before the throne. Not in judgment. In intercession. A sound rang through the heavens, and it wasn't a shout, it was the trembling of someone whose love for you had reached breaking point. They could not go on pretending they didn't feel what they felt. They cried out, and all of heaven paused. You didn't hear it in your ears, but your spirit did. That was the night you couldn't sleep. That was the day you kept pacing, not knowing why. Your soul heard what your heart has been trying to explain. Archangel Michael says, stop skipping the signs. Stop scrolling past the cries. Stop hiding behind silence. Someone is trying to reach you, not to hurt you, not to take from you, but to remind you of who you really are. They've been waiting for you to remember too. Remember the promise. Remember the way you used to hope. Remember that time you felt you were born for something massive and holy. That wasn't a mistake. That wasn't a childish dream. That was the echo of your destiny. You are being called into alignment now. Into full truth. Into the kind of transparency that heals legacies. But you must stop running. You must stop rejecting the very messages you begged heaven to send. Archangel Michael crying loudly because you always skip him. But he has not stopped hoping for you. He has not stopped speaking your name before the throne. He has not given up. Neither has God. God says, This is the hour I warned you about. The hour where you would be offered the truth so raw and powerful it could either elevate you or terrify you. You have to choose. Choose to open your heart. Choose to believe again. Choose to answer the message. They confessed something that was never meant to remain a secret. They whispered truths that held weight and fire. Their words were drenched in repentance, longing, and urgency. They said they never stopped loving you. They said they were wrong to leave. They said you were the only one who made them feel alive. They said they know you may never forgive them, but they had to speak. And now the words are hanging in the air, waiting for you to answer. Everything will shift once you know. Your eyes will open wider. Your hands will feel lighter. The world will look different. You will not be the same. This is not a joke. You will never be the same after knowing what this person confess. Open it immediately. There are angels watching this moment. They are not judging. They are hoping. Hoping you'll hear. Hoping you'll pause. Hoping you'll open. You are not reading this by chance. You are not here by coincidence. The gravity in your chest, the flutter in your stomach, the quickened breath, all of it is evidence that something eternal is tugging on your soul. You've always been sensitive to things others could not see. You've always felt a little too much. That's not your weakness, it's your calling. But the sensitivity must now be directed toward the light. Toward the voice calling your name. Toward the confession that was released for you. You have no idea how many people are waiting for your yes. How many lives are tied to your freedom. How many hearts will find their healing through your obedience. Your story is not just yours. It is sacred, and it has been chosen. This is a very important message for you today. Do not ignore it. Open your heart. Open the truth. Open the message. Stop skipping what was sent for you. Stop brushing off the signs. Stop pretending you're not needed. You are more needed than you realize. They confessed because they had to. Because something was going to break inside them if they didn't. Because they couldn't take the silence anymore. Because your name still makes their voice tremble. Because your eyes are still their favorite dream. And the heavens heard it. And the angels wrote it down. And now, it's your turn. Answer. The tears of Archangel Michael are not in vain. The confession was not made in vain. This message is not written in vain. Something holy is knocking. Will you open? You are being watched over, deeply, divinely, consistently. You are safe, even in your uncertainty. You are not forgotten, not even for a second. Something higher is fighting for you, interceding for you, waiting for you to realize you're worth everything they say you are. This is not a joke. This is not a drill. This is not poetic exaggeration. This is love. This is divine. This is now. This message for you is not just something to read. It is something that must be felt in the deepest part of your soul. There is a whisper in the silence of your room that has grown louder each night, yet you keep pretending not to hear it. The wind itself bends around your steps, hoping you'll pause just once and say, "I know you're speaking to me." But you always brush it away. You always skip him. And now, Archangel Michael is crying loudly, not with small tears, but with the kind of weeping that shakes heaven's pillars and echoes into the bones of time. This is not a joke. This is not entertainment. Something sacred has been calling you over and over, and you keep treating it like it's an optional voice. But now the sky has opened, and a confession is about to come forward that will forever shift everything you thought you knew. You've wondered for too long why you've been feeling unsettled. Why the peace in your life always seems temporary, like it's borrowed. There's a trembling truth that's been hidden behind closed lips, buried in the silence of someone who couldn't take the weight anymore. And now, this person has come forward, trembling, unable to hold it back. You will never be the same after knowing what this person confessed. The reason you were rejected, the reason they walked away, the reason people looked at you strangely and then turned their backs, it was never your fault. You've been judged by the lies of others, not the truth of your heart. Someone sat in a corner one night and wept until their skin felt frozen, and all they could whisper was your name. The guilt has become a scream inside of them. They couldn't bear the truth anymore. And now it comes to you like a wave breaking against your soul. Something they did, something they said, something they kept hidden, it has stained every connection you've tried to build. But it's about to be undone. Because the truth is more powerful than the silence, and your name was never supposed to be stained like this. That person? They told someone else what they did to you. They finally broke. And the person they told didn't keep it secret. No, they couldn't. Because the weight of what was done to you was so unbearable, even they were changed by hearing it. And now? Now it is your turn to know. And when you hear it, you will understand why Archangel Michael is crying loudly for your soul to awaken. The angels have been circling your house. You've seen the signs, flashes of light, sudden chills, the way your name seems to echo in your own mind. Those were not random. You are not losing your mind. You are being stirred. There is a spiritual bell ringing constantly around you, and it has been muffled only by your disbelief and your distractions. But heaven has had enough. They can no longer watch you pretend that you are ordinary. You are not ordinary. You never were. That's why you have always felt different. That's why your heart aches in places that others don't even know exist. You've carried a spiritual inheritance, and now you are about to receive what was blocked for so long. God says, this message is being delivered at the exact moment your spirit became ready to hear it. Everything is aligned. This is not random. That pain you've been feeling in your chest is not just anxiety, it is the awakening of the spirit to a cry that has long been ignored. And there is something else. A shift. A moment is coming where you will be given clarity so powerful, you will fall to your knees. You will weep, not because of sorrow, but because you will finally see why you had to endure what you did. Every disappointment, every betrayal, every no was connected to something divine. You were never being punished. You were being preserved. Archangel Michael says, I order you to open this message fully, to feel every word in your spirit. Something serious is about to happen soon. Don't skip this. Every time you skipped a spiritual sign, a delay happened in your life. But now, skipping this will not just delay you, it may delay the breakthrough someone else is waiting on through you. You are not just a receiver, you are a vessel. And when you don't step into your purpose, others are delayed too. That's why the heavens are trembling now. Because your decision in this moment doesn't just affect you, it affects generations. There is a generational restoration waiting to be released through your obedience. Someone you loved deeply knelt down and cried last night. They said your name in prayer, not because they were holy, but because they were broken. They know they wronged you. They know they cost you something precious. And now, they are haunted by their own actions. But it is not for you to carry their guilt. It is for you to rise from the ashes of what they tried to leave you buried in. The soil they meant for your grave is becoming your garden. Your roots are about to go deeper. And soon, very soon, your fruit will speak for itself. The confession is real. You may not hear it from their lips, but you will see the ripple of it in the way others suddenly treat you. You will feel the shift when people start apologizing for things you never spoke aloud. That's how you'll know the heavens revealed the hidden things. You are being vindicated in the Spirit first. That is the justice of heaven. It begins where no eyes can see, and then it manifests in front of all. You will not have to explain yourself. You will not have to prove your innocence. The truth will rise like the sun, and no one will be able to look away. This is the moment your heart has waited for but feared at the same time. You were afraid to hope again. Afraid that if you believed, and it failed, you would shatter. But something deeper than fear is calling you now. A courage that doesn't come from your own strength, it comes from something higher, something eternal. It is time. The light is coming back into your life in ways you did not expect. An unexpected message, an unexpected person, an unexpected opportunity. They will come quickly, like rain on dry ground. Your soul is being watered again. Your purpose is breathing again. Do not let the enemy of your peace convince you that you are too far gone. You are not. You are exactly where you need to be for this moment to transform everything. All that matters is that you receive it now. Even your delays are being redeemed. You didn't miss your destiny. It was waiting for you, just like this message has been waiting for you to stop scrolling, to stop running, to stop skipping. This is the turning point. You feel it, don't you? That tightness in your chest, that heat in your spine, it is the Spirit confirming the truth. There's more. There's something you need to know about your name. In the realm of heaven, your name glows. Your name has been spoken in rooms filled with light. Your name has been fought for. Angels have been dispatched in your name. Every time you almost gave up, every time you almost took your life, every time you said, "No one would care if I disappeared," a spiritual war erupted on your behalf. You matter more than you know. You are not a mistake. You are a miracle that was fiercely protected. And now, everything that was stolen from you is returning. But not in the same form. You're not going back to what you lost. You're going forward into something greater. The connections coming to you now are not counterfeit. The peace arriving in your sleep is not a lie. The new doors opening are not tricks. They are confirmations. You've crossed a threshold. The heavens are responding. Archangel Michael is no longer just crying, he is preparing to place something in your hands. A scroll. A message. An assignment. The confession you will hear or feel or see soon will be the final piece. You won't need to seek revenge. You won't even need an apology. The truth itself will be enough. The healing will come swiftly. And your transformation will be so visible, even your enemies will say, "Only the divine could have done this." That's the level of elevation being handed to you. But you must take it seriously. This is not a joke. This is not just another spiritual message. This is the moment that shifts your entire timeline. Your soul knew it. That's why you kept reading. That's why your tears are building up even now. You recognize it. Your spirit remembers what your mind forgot. And so I say to you, don't delay. Don't second guess. Don't brush this off. A door is opening now that will not stay open forever. Step through it. Accept the truth. Forgive where it's time. Let go where it's required. And receive the new that is coming with holy force. You were never meant to stay broken. You are always meant to shine. Open it immediately. The message is alive. And it is for you. God says, this message is for you. Yes, you. Not someone else. Not the one who doubted. Not the one who walked away. You. The one whose heart beats faster right now. The one who feels the weight in the chest, who looks up at the ceiling at night wondering why the silence has been so loud lately. You are not imagining this. Heaven has been speaking. Heaven has been sending signs. And yet, you have skipped them, again and again. Archangel Michael is crying loudly because you always skip him. This is not a joke. You think it's a coincidence, the repeating numbers, the strange dreams, the moments of deep knowing that you try to dismiss. But heaven never whispers without purpose. God does not shout where a whisper will reach. And Archangel Michael, oh, he has been kneeling at the gates, begging for your attention. His voice has cracked. His tears have touched the throne of God. He pleads on your behalf even when you do not plead for yourself. But every time he comes close to you, every time he stretches his arm with a message, you skip it. You brush it off. You say, maybe later. You say, I'm too busy. You say, this can't be real. And yet, deep inside, you know. You feel it. That stirring. That ache. That trembling that doesn't come from this world. That is the cry of your spirit remembering heaven. That is your soul recognizing what it has been longing for, truth, healing, restoration. This is not a joke. What is being revealed to you today will change you. You will never be the same after knowing what this person confessed. Yes, there is someone. A soul you once trusted. A name you buried in your memory. Someone who whispered your name when no one else was listening. Someone who betrayed you with silence or with words they thought you'd never hear. But now, the time has come. God has declared it. The confession is rising from the shadows. What they said, what they did, how they wept after the fact, it is all being exposed now. Finally, God is exposing this moment. Open it now before the sun sets on this chance. This is a call from the heavens that will not echo forever. Every time you ignore it, you delay your own healing. Every time you turn away, you give your pain one more day to rule you. But not anymore. This is a sacred hour. Heaven has aligned this very moment to speak to you. God says, you have cried in silence for far too long. You have smiled through pain. You have laughed while bleeding. You have said, I'm fine, while your soul trembled like glass. But I see you. I, the Lord your God, have counted your tears. I have bottled them. Not one has fallen without my notice. I have whispered into your sleep. I have held you in the unseen. I have been with you when no one else showed up. And now, I am sending this message because the time of revelation is here. Archangel Michael says, I order you to open this. Something serious is about to happen soon. Don't skip. Don't turn away. Don't let your heart grow hard again. Every word you are reading now is not coincidence, it is appointment. Divine appointment. You are reading what the heavens have longed to speak over your life for years. God will be with you, rest assured. Nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. You just have to trust God and pray to Him. You don't need to know all the answers right now. You don't have to figure it out. What you need to do is stop skipping the sacred. Stop pushing away the divine. Stop pretending you are too broken for God. You are exactly the one He's been waiting for. The world has lied to you. It told you to be strong by hiding your pain. It told you to win by pretending you're not hurting. But God says, your healing begins when you stop pretending and start surrendering. You are not too late. You are not too lost. You are not too far. You are exactly where heaven needs you to be, because this moment, this very second, is the doorway to the greatest turnaround of your life. Someone you loved deeply knelt down and cried last night. They remembered you. They whispered your name. They confess things that will shatter your heart and also free it. They are being moved by the same spirit that is moving you now. You are not alone in this divine orchestration. There are angels positioned around you. There is guidance that has been ordered in your steps. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible to heaven. The reason you have felt so much lately is because God has been shaking the atmosphere around your life. He has been stirring you awake, calling your soul out of slumber. And now, the tears of Archangel Michael are no longer falling in silence. They are echoing in your ears because God will not let you miss this. This is not a joke. This is your calling. This is your turning point. This is the truth you've been aching for but afraid to face. The confession is real. The tears are real. The pain they caused is real. But so is the healing. So is the restoration. So is the peace that God is about to release into your life like a flood that cleanses everything it touches. You are standing on holy ground right now. Heaven is bending low over you. The Spirit of God is hovering close, whispering words your heart was made to understand. Not because you earned it. Not because you were perfect. But because you are loved. You are chosen. You are seen. You are carried. Finally, God is exposing what has been hidden. Not to shame you. Not to break you. But to free you. To lift the weight that has been silently crushing your spirit for years. To bring the truth into the light. To set you free. Because whom the Son sets free is free indeed. This message is for you. You've seen it too many times to call it random. You've felt the tug too many times to call it your imagination. Heaven is shouting now. The trumpet has sounded. This is your summons. The tears of Archangel Michael are falling for you, for the love that he has carried in his mission to guard your life. He has watched over you. He has fought for you. But now, he is crying, because every time you skip his message, you turn your face away from your own deliverance. Don't skip this. Don't dismiss this. Don't say, maybe later. This is your moment. Open it immediately. Let the truth come in like light breaking through dark windows. Let the confession unravel what has been tangled inside of you. Let God's words be the balm to your wounds. Let His Spirit cradle you back into wholeness. You are being rescued. You are being remembered. You are being restored. Heaven has not given up on you, even when you gave up on yourself. This message is not hype. It's not a story. It's not just another moment, it's the moment. The one that changes everything. Open it immediately. Feel the tears of heaven mix with your own. Know that you are not crying alone. Know that your pain has always been accompanied by divine comfort, even when you didn't recognize it. Know that the person who confessed, they are part of the unraveling, but not your ending. You will rise from this. God says, I am making all things new. The former things have passed away. Behold, I do a new thing, can you not perceive it? You can. You feel it now. This warmth. This tremble. This holy stirring. That is heaven on your chest. That is God brushing against your spirit. That is eternity calling you by name. Finally, God is exposing this sacred truth: you are loved more than you can imagine. You are carried more than you know. And you are about to see beauty rise from the ashes of what was meant to bury you. Archangel Michael says, I order you again, don't skip. Something serious is about to happen. But not something to fear. Something that will change everything for good. This is your moment. This is the miracle. This is the message for you. And God says, I will be with you. Rest assured. Nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. You just have to trust me. And pray to me. I've never stopped listening. I've never turned my face from you. I've waited. I've watched. And now, I'm here. The door is open. Step through it.